Aries, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with the Celtic cross. I'm going to pull all of your cards out. And then I'll go through and start interpreting before I do some clarifying. So let's find out about your past. Very interesting energy so far, Aries. Let's find out about your near future. Okay, Aries, you are having issues. I can see it already. So let's find out about your potential outcome. Now, keep in mind that energy is fluid. So what I'm doing right now is I'm reading your current energy. If there's something here that doesn't really resonate with you, or you don't like the path that this is going, you absolutely have free will and can change the direction of your life, absolutely, at any time. That being said, at the bottom of the deck here is the High Priestess, and this is all about you trusting your instincts and following your gut. So kind of right along the lines of what I was saying about you having free will and all of that, it all comes down to the path that you think you should be on. When I look here at your present energy, I'm getting the Judgment here in reverse, which tells me that you're having a hard time making a decision about something. And that is really coming down to what is going to make you happy here. The Nine of Cups in the upright is all about your wishes being fulfilled. So you're really in this energy of trying to figure out what is going to make you happy. And I can see it again here with the Two of Wands in reverse. In the upright, this is about making a decision. So in the reverse, this is not making a decision. It's very much the same as that Judgment energy. And so because you're not making a decision, the universe wants you to focus on why you're having so much trouble making a decision. In the past, here with the Four of Pentacles, you were very focused on yourself. And so what that really tells me with the Four of Pentacles energy is that you were kind of keeping things close to your vest. You were just almost becoming a little bit introverted, which isn't really an Aries trait at all, but it's kind of one of those things where you kind of retreated into yourself and really just to kind of process what was happening in your life. And sure enough, that's actually your strength here is the Hermit card. So this is actually about being inside your own head, processing, analyzing. So there was something here in your life that you're really you're kind of sitting at this crossroads right now, and you're trying to figure out which path to choose, which path is going to make you happiest. I do see the Hierophant in reverse over here. So there's something about traditional values in the reverse. So it's almost like you're willing to go against the grain if that means your happiness. And I think that's really what you're trying to figure out right now is, do I continue on the path that I always am on and do the things the way I've always done them, even though it hasn't really brought me the greatest amount of luck so far? Or do I try a completely different path? And maybe that's a career, or maybe that's in love. But you're willing to try something new here, something that goes against what you've been doing, something very different. So I am also getting the Two of Swords in reverse. So there is going to be a point here where you are going to make a decision. Believe it or not, there is a decision in your future. And there is going to be movement forward here with the Hanged Man in reverse. So you have been in this almost like a limbo type of energy where you're trying to get your head on straight and figure out the direction that you need to go in. You do have some concerns here, the King of Cups in reverse, and this is about you not finding somebody here, not finding love. I'm definitely picking up in the past that you were scorned a little bit, and that's really why you retreated into your head. I'm seeing here as a future potential outcome, the Ace of Cups in reverse, which tells me that you're not really interested in starting something new with somebody at this time. Not that I'm seeing a love offer come your way, but you're also giving off the vibe of you're not interested because you have been spending so much time focused on yourself and just introspective that you're not really giving off the I'm available, let's go out on a Friday night vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and do some clarifying for you, starting with this Judgment card in reverse. Yeah, I'm getting the Empress in reverse. So again, this is about abundance. It's very much the same energy as the Nine of Cups. But in reverse, this tells me that you are struggling with a decision about what it is that's going to bring you happiness and abundance and love and support, because that's really what the Empress represents. So let's find out about this Nine of Cups. Queen of Swords. Again, this is you keeping everything to yourself. When the Queen of Swords is in the upright, she has no problem telling anybody what she is thinking, what she is feeling, or any of that stuff. I'm getting it in the reverse for you. So that really kind of, again, says that you're inside your own head, really trying to analyze and think everything through. And male or female doesn't matter. The Queen of Swords is really just that energy. Okay, let's see if we can get one card here on the Two of Wands in reverse. So I got the Ten of Wands in reverse. So by not making a decision here with the Two of Wands in reverse, you're actually letting go of a burden. There's something about patterns in your life, behaviors in your life that have always kept you on the same path that you're now starting to see as a burden, because you're not getting what you really want out of the situation when you do that. And so you're starting to recognize just that pattern of behavior that isn't giving you what you need and what you want and really making you happy. So that's the path that you're trying to choose between. Do you continue on and risk the burden again, or do you try something new? So I can see in the past here that there were burdens at one point, and that's really what made you go inside your head. So at one point, this was in the upright, which tells me that you were juggling a lot, that you had a lot going on, that you were really just unbalanced. And in the past, you figured out that if you focused on yourself, you could resolve some of that kind of chaotic type of energy. And I'm getting it really kind of more of like a scattered type of energy. So it was kind of, you were in this project one minute, you were onto something the next minute without really finishing the first project. It was that type of energy, and it just really kind of stressed you out. But you reversed it by going inside your head and really starting to understand why. You really started questioning why. And with the Hermit, yeah, so here, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this tells me that all the effort and energy that you've been putting into just the way things were by always going down that same path. So let me talk about the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So in the upright, this person is a master at their skill. To become a master at your skill, it takes years and years of practice. I mean, this is not, you don't come right out of school and be a CEO. I mean, that's very unheard of, just because there's a skill set necessary in order to kind of step that way up through your career. And it's the same way with any job, really. It's about learning the skill set, mastering the skill set. And so that's what you've been doing your whole life, is you've been mastering this pattern of behavior that has really kind of put you inside your head. And so now, by going inside your head, you're figuring out that this skill set isn't the skill set for you. This is not what you want to be doing with your life. You don't want to continue this pattern of behavior. So tell me about the Hierophant in reverse. Let's see if we can get one card on that. Tell me about the Hierophant in reverse for Aries. So I got the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is you. So with the Hierophant in reverse and the Queen of Wands now in reverse, what that tells me is that you are really breaking an old cycle here. You are breaking a pattern of behavior that has at one point served you really well. And I'm gonna say this only because I've read it several times on different social media, but it's one of those things where you create these patterns of behavior when you're a survivor. But then when you're trying to thrive, those patterns of behavior you create to survive no longer work for you because they have a different purpose. They have a different intent. And so I think that's what you're actually coming to right now, is that your old patterns of behavior were meant to solve a specific problem. That problem no longer exists. So you need to reevaluate, rethink, and come up with a brand new plan on what it is that you need to do, and just like a strategy with your own life. So talk to me about this Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, here. So we've got the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is it's very, it actually goes right along with what I was just saying. It was, you were in this self-preservation mode for quite some time. I'm going to say years, if not your entire life. You have been in this self-preservation mode. And so you've kind of picked up and taken whatever you could when it was available to you. It's kind of one of those things where if love was offered, you took it. If stability was offered, you took it. Even if you didn't think that it was the right person or the right circumstances, you took it because you were all about that self-preservation. But now you're realizing that you don't need to be in the self-preservation mode. And with this Hanged Man in reverse, which tells me there's a movement forward, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it tells me that whatever fears you had, whatever this fear of abandonment, being left out in the cold, which is why you kind of latched on to a lot of things from a preservation standpoint, it's over. You're moving away from it, and you're moving away from it quickly. It's like once you make that decision, you are in full Aries mode, and you're a sign of action. You take the steps necessary to move forward, and that's it. Tell me about the King of Cups in reverse. Oh, interesting. So I've got the Two of Swords in reverse. So you are going to be making, again, a decision, because now it's out here twice in reverse. So I'm loving that I'm seeing that here in this section of the reading, which is all about your kind of forward progress. It's all about your movement. This a lot over here is kind of your present and past energy. So I love that you are making a decision, and what you're really doing is you're forging a new path ahead here, but in a different way. Tell me about the Ace of Cups here for Aries. So I got the Page of Wands in reverse. Let me see if I can get anything else on that. Because the Page of Wands is a messenger. Okay. So here, this all did stem from some sort of breakup, and it could have been multiple breakups. This could have been a pattern of behavior that repeated itself, or this could have been one just really kind of bad ending to a relationship that you thought had some stability, and it was actually going to go somewhere and kind of be your happily ever after. So I'm looking at the Ace of Cups in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, which tells me that you're not putting any effort or energy into finding new love. And it's all because you are actually healing from a heartbreak here with the Magician and the Three of Swords. You are still in this energy of almost putting on a face. It's like you're wearing a mask to the outside world that everything is fine, but everything's not fine. You're really going through a transformation right now, and you're kind of, it's not an easy one, for sure. I'm definitely picking up that there's definitely a struggle happening within you as you go through this, but you are making progress. You are making decisions to move your life forward. You're just doing it in a different way than you have before, and that's scary. It's very scary. So let me go ahead and pull an oracle card for you before we close out this reading. So what else does Aries need to know? So we have delight. So let's see what that one says. Delight is expanding in your life. Clap your hands with glee. Spend time with others. Go to a community gathering. Host a party. The joy you experience will give birth to immense creativity, and your life will blossom. Share your happiness and elation with others, and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. This is the time to be spontaneous and madcap. Do not make hard and fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises, or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in community with others. So there's definitely something here for that, for you, Aries, because you are definitely a social sign for sure. And one other thing that had popped through my mind before I close out this reading is when I was looking at the Hierophant here in reverse with the Queen of Wands here in reverse, this does also indicate to me that if you've been struggling with some sort of relationship and whether or not it should end, it will end. But it looks like almost like the passion that you once had in that relationship is also not around anymore. And that, I think, is part of this decision process. So whatever this relationship is, whatever this is, you are leaving it behind you. So Aries, that is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Take care.